And welcome back. The Conservation Society of San Antonio is celebrating their 100th anniversary this year. And to ring the big centennial celebration, they have a few events planned for later this month. Well, joining me now is Kathy Krnavik with the Conservation Society. Kathy, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
And what an exciting time, 100 years. And the Conservation Society has done so much for our city. But, talk about some of the organization's biggest accomplishments.
So these ladies started with the market house that was going to be torn down, and they were artists, Rena Maverick Green and Emily Edwards, and they were artists, and they thought, this is a shame. They traveled, and they recognized how unique San Antonio was. So they randomly met each other and went down and decided they could fight the fight for San Antonio.
Yeah.
So for 100 years, we've been fighting the fight to keep San Antonio unique. We've saved the missions. One of our members wrote the National World Heritage nomination for that.
Wow.
The Aztec Theater, many smaller homes. You might know we moved the Fairmont Hotel.
Oh, wow,
So,
I did not know that.
So that's
wow,
part of our
amazing.
history, the Woolworth Building.
Yes, yes.
So if you look at it, we've probably had our fingers on it.
Uh-oh, I knew that was going to happen. That's okay. And
Yeah.
Kathy, also, a lot of us, we love Fiesta. We have so many people out at NIOSA, but don't realize that benefits the Conservation Society.
Correct. That money goes to helping keep La Villita in good shape. So the city allows us to use La Villita, which we help save as well. And then we turn around and give that money back to keep those buildings, which are very, very old, in good shape.
Yeah, wow. And this year, 100 years celebration, and you have some events planned to celebrate.
We are so excited. Our guest speaker for our gala on March 26th at the Kelso Center will be Michel Picot, and he is the president of the Friends of Notre Dame de Paris.
Wow.
So he's coming over to speak to us about how they've saved Notre Dame, how they're fundraising, how they're keeping it intact. The following day, we're going to have a lecture open to the public. Both of these events are open to the public. It'll be a smaller event at the McNay, and he's going to speak on a slightly different topic. He's going to show slides of what's happened, what's done, and they're trying to get it done, as much of it done as they can for the Olympics.
Yeah, and we're watching that video that we all sat by our TVs and watched many years ago. But people at home might be wondering, well, why Notre Dame?
So they are fellow, I guess, like-minded folks as far as saving what makes Paris, Paris. And we're the same thing about saving San Antonio. Will Rogers said that every Texan has two homes, their own in San Antonio. And we want to keep it looking like San Antonio, not like Dallas or Houston, but we're unique. People come to us because of who we are and what we do, and what we save.
And there's so much to see and do here. I do love San Antonio. Well, and before we go, Kathy, talk about people that are watching this morning. How can they help? How can they get involved besides buy a ticket to NIOSA?
So we're always looking for donations because, like NIOSA, our funds go mostly for historic reservation. We get preservation. We give grants. We fund a professor.
Wow.
Any information you want on the two events is 100gala.com, and you can go there to find out any information for ticket prices or speakers, what times. But we'd love to have you join us. If you would like to join, it's only a $35 membership. Get involved with our committees like Farm and Ranch or historic gas stations, or things that you can put boots on the ground and feel like you're making a difference in San Antonio for everybody who lives here and who comes here.
And I love that you also do outreach to schools and to kiddos to teach them about that preservation and that history.
We do. Until COVID, we had about 2,000 kids a year we sponsored to go through the missions, through the Alamo. COVID happened, we pivoted and made videos. And in the next year or so, we're going to try and go back to live kids on the ground because it's a whole different ballgame when you're standing there looking at your history. And that's, so many kids don't get to see that. They learn it in a book, but it's very different when you're standing in that space and
it
you
means
can
so
feel.
much. And they know that they're part of it because they're here. They're residents of San Antonio.
And it's their city.
Yes.
And they then can tell other people about it.
Exactly, exactly. Great message, Kathy. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We'll have all that information posted on our website if you'd like to donate, become a member, or definitely attend the gala and events happening later this month. Thank you, Kathy. All right, we're going to take a live look outside on your bright Saturday morning. Looks like the roadways are pretty clear. I wonder if a lot of people